Hey everyone, Dr. D here. Don Davidson, MD, is known to many of my patients. And so you're actually going to be seeing me right now, but you're also going to be hearing from a awesome lady who works in the Nevada cannabis industry, Meg. Meg, what's going on? Hey. Yeah, super well. So, I think you and I have a lot in common just in the fact that we love building the community in the cannabis space so much. And, a lot of people, when they ask me, oh, how do you build a brand or whatnot, it's a hard thing to answer when you actually like what you do and you just naturally are always, networking and doing neat things in the industry. So I thought that was something that we had in common. And I think it's also kind of a mystery to a lot of people, right? When they look at, me and you, and we're professionals that are doing stuff in the cannabis industry day in and day out, especially if they're people like, my parents or my family's friends back from, Virginia, right? Where cannabis or from the East Coast hasn't necessarily been legal that long. So I thought it would be neat to just kind of get you on the phone here and let you share with people a little bit about, what is it like to be, in the cannabis? What is it like to be a sales and marketing director in the cannabis space, every day? And you can certainly share if you want to about what company you're working for and, stuff like that. I just didn't want to blow your spot up too much. Right. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So I think that's right too. And I think it's important to also expose people to professionals like you and I that are actually going out and doing this, right, on a day-to-day basis, and that our lives are not just as much as it might seem from social media, just parties. It's really not. It's a lot of following up with your leads. There's long-term sales cycles. There's forecasting, all sorts of stuff. I mean, maybe. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So just to give people a little insight into your world, you wake up and then you have been putting together your list of stores and buyers and your the team that's communicating with them. So you probably you're waking up, you have your sales routes either divided between you or another rep or two in the state of Nevada, and every day you're following up on accounts, planning pop-ups, social media. What else am I forgetting that you kind of is in your day-to-day wheelhouse? Right. Yeah, for sure. So I think it's much harder for people to be in the space and predict the trends again. Yeah, if unless they're actually using the product or looking at the lab reports. And here's a funny one for you, right? There was a store that was trying to or that's going to open, and they wanted me to consult, right? And so one of the first things, this was kind of more medically oriented store, or they want to be, right? They want to be. And one of my first suggestions was you guys should put a lab test, right? Next to, every one of these, medical products. You want a medical CBD dispenser or whatnot. And they were like, well, why would you do that? And, it's very difficult to, build brands for people that don't necessarily even know where to start themselves necessarily. Um, correct. Yeah, for sure. Well, I think that's neat. And I think it's neat to know that every day behind the scenes, there are people that have to get their laptops out and check the products and check the lab tests and, have all these checklists. And it's not just, certainly not the free fall it was in the black market anymore. Yeah. My job's a lot of fun. Well, but you know what? But you know what? And I'll say that. Well, we say that at the same time, it took us a long time to get here, right? Yeah. Yeah. But a lot of it is making sure it moves onto the shelf and moves off the shelf. And if it doesn't, then, coming up with a plan. And yeah. And then all the marketing. So I think you're right. There is a lot to be said, and you have to be comfortable leading that team, and leading the educational charge too, especially if your brand is kind of multidimensional like yours or mine is, where we have all that stuff too. Yeah. So, I think it's neat to, yeah. Wow. Meg, you are just like, woo, this is great. She's like, you need to go take a walk after this for sure. But yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, I think, so I think everything worked on here. I'm going to go back and I'll work with Jason. We'll review the tape and make sure we didn't miss anything. But I really think, just getting all this gear set up, and even if anyone is watching this at home and, the audio visual wasn't perfect, forgive me. I just got my life out of a suitcase into Los Angeles at 5 a.m. this morning. So, we're doing pretty good. Oh, and by the way, Meg, we sold about, yeah. Oh my God. So did I. Oh. And I know I survived it, and I had to drive from Vegas to Los Angeles, and I left at 2 a.m. So, yeah. So anyways, it's a good dialogue to start. Everyone, if there is any AV difficulties, we apologize. But, between Meg and I right now, we have a lot of traction in both Los Angeles and Las Vegas, and the communities overlap so much. And with all of these different new event houses that we have access to, we really want to start programming some fun things. Yeah, fun things, right? Both for, viewers to learn about, but also for the bud tenders out there to really be able to interact. And I think most importantly, from my perspective, benefit from some of the money and fun that comes out of the industry, right? No fun if we sit up here. Just actually, Meg and I could probably have a bunch of fun smoking weed in a big house, guys, but it wouldn't be as much fun as if we didn't have the bud tenders here with us, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I heard a cat. What's up, friend? Well, listen, too much fun. Hey, Meg, so let me make sure everything worked, okay? And worst case scenario, yeah, for sure. We'll do it. And then listen, I'm going to go back up to this fun birthday party upstairs, but you're welcome to come here whenever. And, I've got my room. You can, right on. All right. Well, until we meet again, I'm going to turn this thing off, and hasta la vista, guys.